All right, so supposedly you can't own a ZL1, make YouTube video, and not do a 5 things that I hate about this car. So here we go. Now I'm going to precursor this with, this is my dream car. I've worked my rear end off in order to be able to obtain this car. So yeah, the thing that I would like to change, but that doesn't change the fact that I love this car. So I'm going to give you 5 things that I don't like about the car that I would change. And then I'm also going to give you 2 things that a lot of people mentioned in their videos and I thought that I wasn't going to like about this car. I've had no issue with those 2 things. So stay tuned all the way to the end of the video to get those 2 other people issue, not my issue problems. All right, so for number 1, we're going to go ahead and go inside. And I know everybody knows what's coming. This stupid charging pad. So this is a Samsung 21S Plus. There's no way that that fits in there. There's no way that you can get it to fit in there. As a matter of fact, it sticks off so much that if I go around a corner, that just flies out. So this charging pad, you know, it's kind of behind you. I thought that I could deal with that. It's kind of in a weird spot. I thought that I could deal with that because you just put your phone back here and do everything on the screen. But this doesn't hold my phone, doesn't charge my phone, and I don't know the distance between here and here. If you really want to know that, let me know in the comments and I'll measure it and answer it in the comments. But it's got to be close to like the original iPhone. Come on, Chevy. No phones are this small anymore. So number 2 is going to be the general layout and everything about this area right here. So number 1, people kind of have an issue with getting it open while sitting in it and then getting your arm back around. You know, it sticks up really tall. But this is all wasted space. Like I don't know why they have that here. Put the lock back here. You can reach right here, and then get rid of that. But the storage area in this is absolutely tiny. Like nothing fits in there. Your cell phone doesn't fit in there. Nothing fits in there. And then the cup holders. So when you're sitting in the car, you sit down low. And if you put any part of your body on this side of the car, whatever in these cup holders is going with that part of the body. Like I had a Corvette C8 pull up and, you know, we were exchanging car guy waves. Like, hey, nice car, nice car. And I just smacked the crap out of the can. Something that I need to get used to, but with a water bottle or a can here or whatever, I've hit these probably about 6 times. So if you own this car, you're going to own this car, do not put flimsy cups here for the first 6 months at least, or you're going to have a mess to clean up. I'm talking like Sonic Styrofoam, McDonald's or Burger King, any of the wax cups. If you hit those, they're crumbling and you're going to have a huge mess to clean up. Now I'm making this portion separate for 3, kind of ties in with something else. Number 3, in the location of this 1 DC plug-in. So this thing is right on the center console, and what happens here is anything that you plug into here, you run the risk of breaking off, because I've already said you got to keep your body on this side or whatever over here going with the body part. So you run the risk of breaking this off, but this is the only DC plug. And why do car enthusiasts love DC plugs? For alarms. So to run your cable from here, okay, I'm back up. This windshield's so small and the back is so tall that you cannot put your radar detector down here and still get good signal from if there's radar behind you. So you have to put it up here so it can actually look through the rear mirror or the rear glass. In doing that, when you plug it in here, your cable hangs down right in front or around your shifter and goes over here. It's absolutely terrible. It's in the way. You go around corners, not even hard-spirited driving, just regular driving, and that cord swaying from side to side. I circumvented this by going to, I think it's 5th gen DIY. They make these, and this one for the 6th gen, it actually go up through here, power source, and it actually runs all the way down that pillar, up behind the glove box, and it slaves into the blower motor or heater controls, and that's where it gets some power. That one's perfect for me. I mean, a little expensive. I think like 80 bucks. And because I got the little wire that you can also hook to cameras if you put in a resistor, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, the location of this is pretty much useless besides for your passenger or emergency situation. Like, oh no, none of these USB, there are 2 USBs in here, so none of them are working, or I gotta use my radar detector here until I buy something, you know, pretty much worthless. Number 4 is going to be the trunk. Not the actual trunk space or the cubic inch that the trunk could hold, because that's fine. It's going to be where you put it in. So this area is so small that anything of any type of bulk won't fit in the trunk. You can't get it through the trunk opening. But it's not my daily. That affects people more if it's your daily driver or your only car. For a Camaro, any Camaro will have that. So yeah, the opening really small for that. So last but not least, it's gonna be just the interior and all the nuance with the interior. It's not, I mean, it's good, it's okay, but it's not the best. Sometimes my phone won't connect, and then to get it connected, an absolute pain. You got to go in and do a whole bunch of stuff, either on your phone or in here. So you got to make sure that connects, which takes like 20 seconds before you drive off anywhere. So that connecting, and then my biggest complaint is the driver controls not saving when you turn the car off. So take, for example, if you want to use rev match. So rev match is on right now. If I turn the car off and start the car back up, it's going to default to off. And there's a bunch of the little nuances. The parking brake takes forever to apply. If you turn the car off without applying the parking brake, I think the parking brake applies, but it's kind of a pain to get it to tell you that it's applied. Just some of the nuances with the driver feature in this system aren't the best. So I know that's a weak one, but the car's pretty good. So I'm going to do 2 honorable mention things that I thought that I would love, and I actually don't really care for that much. Number 1 is a supercharged whine. So it has a stock airbox on it. I know that's being replaced, but you can barely hear it inside the car. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, I'm at 1,400 and some change, so I haven't gotten up in the top of the RPM, so hopefully it livens up a little bit and you can hear it better in the top of the RPMs. I've been babying it, but hopefully that changes. And then the second thing is going to be this rear view camera. So I thought this was the cool feature until I got in it and tried to use it. Yeah, it's what everybody said. So it kind of messes with your depth perception. I'm too used to seeing the rest of the car, I guess. And then you'll actually see, I don't know if you can see that. I can see my hand reflecting in that mirror. So you see the car here, but then you see the car reflection around it, like a halo around it. It messes with me. So those are 2 things I was looking forward to and kind of disappointed. Now, the 2 things that I thought I was going to have a huge issue with, because everybody puts them on their hate list, but I didn't have any issue whatsoever. Both of them deal with right here inside the car. The first one is going to be visibility. Everybody says that the visibility is terrible in this car. I've had no issues. I don't know if it's seating position. I don't know if it's just what you're used to or not used to. I don't know what it is, but I've had 0 issues on the visibility. Yeah, that pillar is really thick, but I can still see out that window, and if you adjust your mirror correctly, you don't have a blind spot, or it's very minimal. If I have one, it's when the car right here. So I can look in the mirror, see that telling me that there's a car there, and then I can normally see the front bumper of the car, like right here behind this pillar or coming up. I've had 0 issue with visibility. Then the second thing that everybody hated on, that really I thought that I wouldn't like, and I've had no issues with, is the angle of this screen. Everybody talked about the angle of the screen and how terrible it is, and it needed to be flat, and it might be for reflection or sun glare. I think for actual reflection. I mean, I know you can't see that. Oh yeah, you can. See my hand? Like, if that went reflecting back at you all the time, that would be annoying. So I think it angled down so it doesn't reflect much stuff like in your vision. I don't know though. But honestly, when I'm driving, I can't tell. Like, I couldn't tell you if all I did was drive the car and I didn't sit here and stare at this, I couldn't tell you it was even at an angle. So, yeah. All right. So thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing. Throw all your comments down there. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see. And I do want to say on my last video, I know it was terrible. I know. The audio went terrible, so I had to quiet the volume down on the audio so you could actually hear me talking instead of just road noise. I also had a suction cup mount right here that didn't stick out far enough, and all you could see in the A-pillar in the middle of the screen for the entire video. But in my defense, on the second time that I recorded that, the first with this head strap, and all you could see went the headliner. So I'm going to try to make this head strap work, run a microphone to it, run a different camera, and hopefully make it work to where I can do better video for y'all. So thanks for not killing me too much in the comments. I think there was only one person that said he couldn't hear anything. So thanks for that, and I'll get better. I'm not a professional at this. I'm just trying to get started. So thanks. Catch you on the next video. So if you stuck around this long, I'll try to recreate the parking brake thing that I'm talking about. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. So pretend I pulled up somewhere that I want to go. I turn the car off. I release my seat belt. I open the door, which kind of turned the whole car off. And then I'm like, oh no, I forgot to set the parking brake. So I'm going to lift up on the parking brake. Like, I could hear it that time because it's quiet outside. But if you can't hear it, you don't know if the parking brake is set. There. Finally it's set. I don't know. Maybe I'm impatient, or maybe I just need to hit it more times. I don't really know. But, yeah. I love this car. So, that's that.